Sky News has learned that at least 10 mosques in the UK have set up temporary mortuaries to cope with the number of Covid-19 deaths. In big cities which have large Muslim populations, mosques have been inundated with requests for burials. Inzamam Rashid reports now from Birmingham, where mosques are under pressure.
When you step inside this mosque, this is the first thing you see. Empty coffins waiting for those who've succumbed to the coronavirus. This is normally a prayer hall. It's normally filled with worshippers. But there's nothing normal about what this mosque is having to deal with.
We, on average, do between 20 and 25 funerals a year. We've been averaging that many a week.
Since this crisis began, they've been overwhelmed here. 40 volunteers have rallied together to deliver this vital service to Birmingham's Muslim community.
It's heartbreaking. We never imagined that our mosque would have to run this service. We never imagined this car park would have been turned into an area where COVID patients are lying there.
Usually, Abid works as an optometrist, but the sheer number of deaths in this city means he's preparing the dead for funerals, risking his life 7 days a week.
It's been difficult. But you've had to detach yourself from it, on a personal, on an emotional level. You do have to detach yourself and treat it as a job. There's things that we've seen and things that we've had to do that we wouldn't be able to discuss with people beyond that circle because they wouldn't really understand. And so we've been our own little support network, and that's really how we've got through this.
This is now a familiar routine, whether it's to collect the dead from homes or hospitals, or whether it's taking them to the cemetery to be buried. Every volunteer needs to be fully protected. Right now, they're taking a body for another funeral, another life lost to Covid-19. This mosque's car park is now a temporary mortuary. It's taken up by a 40-foot container. Inside, it can store up to 30 bodies. They have no idea how long it will have to be here.
I guess you would never imagine you'd see something like this in this mosque.
Never in my lifetime. I speak to my dad and my mum and dad and my aunts and uncles, and they said never in their lifetime would they ever have thought that this would have happened here in the UK or anywhere in the world.
I've been to a number of mosques right across the world, and especially here in the UK, but never sensed this sort of atmosphere. It's chilling, it's quite sobering. And especially when you see coffins like that stacked up inside a prayer hall, it's a real reminder of the grim reality of this pandemic.
Preparing for death is as part of Islam as any religion, but it's people power, alongside faith, that keeps this community's spirits alive in spite of the task they face. Inzamam Rashid, Sky News.